In a world where geopolitical tensions often overshadow human stories, the recent prisoner exchange between Russia and Ukraine serves as both a glimmer of hope and a stark reminder of ongoing conflict. Just one day before a pivotal summit between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump in Alaska, the two nations swapped 84 detainees each, a move that underscores the complex interplay of diplomacy and humanitarian considerations. But here's where it gets controversial. While these exchanges are celebrated as victories for those freed, they also highlight the unresolved issues fueling the war. This latest swap is not an isolated event. It's part of a broader pattern. Throughout this year alone, hundreds of prisoners of war have been released through similar agreements. What makes this particular exchange noteworthy? For starters, it was facilitated by the United Arab Emirates, which has positioned itself as a key mediator in regional conflicts. According to the Russian Defense Ministry's announcement on Telegram, the freed Russian individuals are now receiving psychological and medical support, an indication of the toll captivity can take on anyone caught in the crossfire. On the Ukrainian side, President Volodymyr Zelensky took to social media to share details about the exchange. Among those returned were military personnel and civilians alike, some of whom had been held since as far back as 2014, the early days of the conflict. Zelensky specifically mentioned the defenders of Mariupol, brave souls who resisted during the infamous siege of the port city in 2022. Images shared by Zelensky showed smiling Ukrainian soldiers wrapped in their nation's blue and yellow flag, a powerful visual symbol of resilience and unity. He also hinted at future exchanges, saying, "There will be more." But why does this matter? Beyond the immediate relief it brings to families, large-scale prisoner swaps like this one represent one of the few tangible outcomes of peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. In fact, they've become a recurring theme in negotiations held in Istanbul over recent months. Between May and July, 3 rounds of discussions yielded little progress aside from agreements to release detainees. Last month, both sides committed to exchanging 1,200 prisoners of war, a significant step forward, though questions remain about whether such gestures can pave the way for lasting peace. Adding another layer of complexity, a Russian negotiator revealed that Moscow had offered to return the remains of 3,000 fallen Ukrainian soldiers to Kyiv. While this might seem like a goodwill gesture, it raises difficult questions about how we honor the dead and reckon with the human cost of war. Is this act of returning bodies truly compassionate, or does it serve another purpose in the grand chess game of international relations? As we reflect on these developments, consider this. Are prisoner exchanges merely band-aids on deeper wounds, or do they hold the potential to build trust between adversaries? Should countries prioritize symbolic acts of reconciliation over addressing root causes of conflict? These aren't easy questions, but they're worth discussing. So, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going.